Hi everybody, Mike Grasso from Private Pook Games here with a game development video on helping the player not get lost. So one of the things that a lot of playtesters have given me some feedback on is they really love this sort of Metroidvania feel of DRILLY Willis, but this first room really makes the player feel lost. And just to give you an idea of where I've come from with this place where I have Drilly right now, this was originally the starting point in the game, which was a really bad design decision I found out because it's literally in the middle of what is a humongous room. I'm going to go ahead and click this off, and you can see Drilly's right about here in this gigantic room. And I thought that would be kind of cool. It would be, you'd have all these different places you can go right away. And of course, when you throw the player right into that from the beginning, that is absolutely disconcerting. So the first thing I did is I made this actually the second room. I made the place where you enter it be on the left here. So I'm going to start the game again. So when you enter this room, you enter from a much more sensible place. And you also, when you enter it, you have a command that tells you, hey, press M or R3 if you're using a controller to use your map. And there are many exits, but they're not all accessible now. So now I'm going to go ahead and make sure it appears on the map. You can see now that it shows you all these different exits when you look at the map, and it shows you how many rooms you discovered, all the different places you can go, and it gives you the warning not all of them are accessible yet, so just chill out and roll with it. So this right here, if you take a look, you can see this room has some of the opening credits. They're playing backwards because I'm walking backwards, but I wanted to show you that I made this room basically just to give the player one direction they can go for a little bit. And they get a couple very brief and very uninvasive tutorial signs. And by the time they have to start making choices about which direction to go, I'm avoiding attacking the enemies right now, guys, because I really just want to focus on not getting lost. By the time they have to make any choices, they've had a little bit of time to get used to the mechanics. They're doing that first before they have to start saying, "Oh, wow, look at this. I have a crossroad and I can go up, I can go down, or I can go right. I am really overwhelmed." Before I throw that at them, I give them a little bit of time. And the good thing is, one of them's just to an item really quick. One of them is to a place where you quickly find out, well, I'm not ready quite yet to go through this, and it tells me I'm not. And that really starts making the player feel a little better. Another suggestion I got from a game streamer, Eugene Myers. This was really good advice, as he kind of talked about, a little bit, a limited amount of control you can give to the camera. And so what I did is I started playing around with, oh, well, maybe we can, move the camera around. Maybe we can look to the right and the left, maybe like Super Mario World or something. What I found in the end is being able to move the camera and look at what's ahead and behind you ruins a couple surprises. But I did figure out, okay, let's give a button you can hold and then zoom out. And the game pauses while that's happening. So it gives you a chance to really orient yourself. And so even when you get to these crossroads, you're like, oh my, oh, where do I go? Well, you get a little quick preview of what some of this stuff is. You get these moments where you really get to see, okay, there's no point in going up yet because that's blocked by this thing here. There's this guy I'm talking to. Clearly, he has this little speech bubble above his head. So clearly, this is an important place to start. And you talk to him, blah, 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 blah. What do you have to say? Okay, let's keep going. And then anytime you're feeling like you're a little bit lost, and for the record, I put in a little sign here to say, feeling lost, hold U equals zoom out. I'm going to have to change that so that it also says the proper controller button that it puts on, but we'll get to that later. So it gives you a little bit to just feel a little bit less lost. And so far, this has been a really positive change on it. And because this is inherently sort of a Metroidvania thing, making sure your character doesn't feel lost, making sure your player doesn't feel lost becomes pretty important. Yes, it needs to feel like a big, expansive world, but unless you're looking for a totally open world, a Skyrim thing, which Drilly Willis is not designed to be that. It's not what I was looking for. I wanted a world with limitations, but that you can explore new things, get new items, and open new passageways. But I did want it to tell a very specific story. I didn't want it just this endless wandering through mountains that really are all copy pasted it seemingly from other things. So I hope that makes sense. And so far, it's been a really positive reception, and we'll kind of go from there. Thank you so much for watching. I'll have another video up soon. I'm either going to do my art choices in the game, because I'm sure you noticed the art is very unique, whichever way you feel about that. Or I will talk a little bit about the music. Not sure which one, but it'll be up soon. Thank you.